Hello everyone, in this video, we'll be discussing the importance of coding standards in software development. Coding standards are a set of guidelines that help to ensure consistency, readability, and maintainability of code across a software development project. Let's dive into some key points of coding standards. Coding standards help to ensure that the code is consistent across the entire software development project. Consistency makes the code easier to understand and modify by other developers. Coding standards help to reduce errors and improve code quality. Consistent coding standards lead to better maintainability of the codebase. Coding standards improve the readability of code and make it easier to understand. Coding standards help to ensure that the code is well structured and follows best practices. Consistent coding standards make the code easier to test. Coding standards help to improve software security by promoting the use of secure coding practices. Coding standards help to make the code more accessible to people with disabilities. Coding standards promote efficient coding practices and reduce the amount of code needed to complete a project. Coding standards make it easier to maintain software over time. Coding standards ensure that all developers on the project are following best practices and guidelines. Coding standards promote collaboration and communication among team members. Coding standards make it easier to onboard new developers to the project. Coding standards make it easier to find and fix bugs in the code. Coding standards promote a consistent coding style across the team. Coding standards reduce the number of code reviews required. Coding standards improve the overall quality of the software. Coding standards help to ensure that the code is well documented. Consistent coding standards make it easier to refactor code. Coding standards help to ensure that the code is scalable. Coding standards reduce the amount of technical debt in a project. Coding standards make it easier to debug code. Coding standards make it easier to integrate code from different team members. Coding standards lead to a more efficient and effective software development process. Coding standards should be adaptable to the project's specific needs and programming language. It's important to educate and train team members on coding standards to ensure consistency across the project. Automated tools such as linters and style checkers can help enforce coding standards and catch errors early on. Coding standards can help to prevent common coding mistakes and improve software performance. Following coding standards can save time and effort in the long run by reducing the need for extensive code reviews and rework. Conclusion. In conclusion, coding standards are essential for ensuring that software development projects produce high-quality, maintainable code. By providing guidelines and best practices for writing code, coding standards help to ensure consistency, improve code quality, and make the code more readable and understandable. Consistent coding standards can also lead to more efficient and effective software development processes. Thank you for watching.